Yo, yo, yo. So here's a different kind of vlog I'm gonna do for y'all. Just like this is all documentation. This is all evidence of what I've been doing with my time. And, I hope that it inspires you and also gives you a glimpse into what I've been doing and how I've been moving as an independent hip hop artist, multifaceted hip hop artist with a vision, okay? Because it's not just about the money. That's not the intent, but the intent is to do it for real. So if you're going to do it for real, you're going to make real art. It's not just about merch and merchandising, it's about connection. It's about the connection. The money that, or, the whatever currency is that's exchanged or that's, gained from it is just to me it's symbolic of a connection that was made and established and appreciated. Okay, so I'm going to explain what you're looking at here, but I got to give a little bit of history, a little bit of context so that you guys know why. So I'm going to shout out my wife, ZZ Buttons. For those of you who don't know, my wife is ZZ Buttons, and maybe I'll, maybe with her permission, I might show a little bit of her work in the future, because she's really cool and she's been a huge inspiration and a huge part of why I do what I do. I mean, she's a trailblazer, really. She was already an independent full-time artist before I was, and she was successful doing what she loved to do and selling her art to people and having fun and doing what she loves to do and making a life for herself way before I ever came into the picture. And she was very creative and big, as you could tell, her name's ZZ Buttons. So she made button pins. She still does, but that's how she established herself, was making custom button pins and selling them around the Bay, setting up, selling them, and part of all types of events and selling on the street at different like vending. Okay, so anyways, when I first linked up with ZZ, and one of the things that she kind of like intuitively knew that I had an illustrative talent without ever have seen that demonstrated. One of the first things she did when we hung out was just give me a piece of paper and told me to draw something. So she's a very smart woman, very intuitive woman, very psychic woman, and she has an eye for good art. So a lot of the stuff too that you've seen from when you're looking at the artwork of my music and stuff like that, like she's been she's kind of helped, what I'm saying, like with her creative eye and look to things. So anyways, in 2015 I was I had done a few tours, like 2014 to 2015. I was going to do a tour, and basically she cut out all of these tiny canvas like circular papers, not images, but circular tiny canvases. And she told me just draw on them, and then we'll press them up in the buttons, and then you can go and sell it on the road. So I did that, and I mean, since I have made probably hundreds of these characters and sold them all over the place, up and down the West Coast, wherever I was doing something, and wherever anywhere I was at. So I've been to different places since. And I mean, I don't know. I've done I've done 100 of these. I'm not going to say 1,000, but probably close to 1,000. Easily. I don't know. It might have even have went over that, but you know, just to give you an idea of how many of these I've done. And they're all original, hand-drawn, tiny canvas button pins, you know, the one of a kind. You know, and I've done like I've drawn so many different characters. I've done so many different themes, and it's been a lot of fun. But you know, basically now, I'm kind of done doing these too. Like I kind of like I lost I lost my zest for wanting to continue to create and draw these. I'm kind of like in a new phase, a new space with my illustrative artwork and you know, what I'm doing with that. But this is just to give you a little window into what I've been doing. So with these kinds of pieces, like, you know, pretty much I've drawn one. It's been a good exercise for myself in trying to draw different types of characters, you know, different cartoon characters, different celebrities, different icons, different comic book heroes, different, you know, just different, like pop cultural, you know, things, but always with my own touch and kind of you know, repurposing them and giving them my own flavor, and put a lot of humor into it. The humor has been really important. And you know, it's been and also I've given every character has a third eye, so that's been a like a pretty like neat and distinguishable, you know, like part of these tiny button art pieces, where you know that's how you know you got a original Señor Gigio piece, is like every motherfucker got a third eye. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And I've like, it's been crazy. I've made a lot of crazy sick pieces with these ones, but so I'm like, again, I'm done with these. I haven't made any new like really like characters in a minute. And I'm not really trying to. I'm like I said, again, I'm moving into a new space. But you know, to kind of like commemorate what, you know, what I've done, you know, this is just the few that's left in the inventory from, you know, this like creative endeavor. This is what I have left in the inventory, and I want to share with you guys so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I've been doing. So different characters, different messages. This is what, Dark Crystal right here, a character from Dark Crystal. 7 dwarves, right? Happy, representing the Buddha. He happy, so he down with the peace. Grumpy, you know, got the sword. Chucky, I stay killing shit. E.T., I need the phone home up in this bitch. Catwoman. Homegirl from Rugrats. I know you got soul. You know what I'm saying? And I always like to draw Shock G, Humpty Hump, R.I.P. He's been like one of the more common recurring characters that I've always tried to like keep in the consciousness of my art. Even before he died, I was always drawn the Humpty Hump character. You know, this is one of my influences, one of my heroes. So R.I.P. Shock G. And another one. Here's another character who, you know, I always have tried to keep in the flow of my art. With these particular, with this particular project, with the tiny button pins, is MF Doom. I always try to keep him in the mix, and so and like Shock G and like MF Doom, I've always had them, quoting some of their standout lyrics. So there's like a multitude of different like renditions of the Señor Gigio, Shock G, and MF Doom button pins. I got She-Hulk, repping the fucking Whitney Houston, I'm Every Woman. Got Hulk, I made anger my bitch, so he's all peace, Doctor Strange, I fuck with the dark arts. Popeye, I need an eighth of sticky gooey. 707. So sometimes, I'll have them quoting different rap lyrics or different song lyrics, things that I like. So, here I got Popeye repping the 707 with the OG classic Mac Dre lyrics, I always like to do countercultural commentary on the reality. So you got Wendy's, and I'm saying really what it is, stack guap. So, take it for what it is. Have fun with it. Also, like one of the big, we always set up at the holiday fair and Telegraph. So Christmas is a big part of selling art and selling merch for me and for my wife. And I've always tried to create little like Christmas pieces around the time. So, and so I got a little snowman. And they're always different. This has been like 8 years of doing this work, setting up and going out on the Ave and every Christmas, and that could be something I talk about in the future vlog. But reindeer, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, shake it like a red-nosed reindeer. I was gonna make a comment about Sage of the Gemini, but actually I'm just not going to, and I think that's all the comment that needs to be made right now. And then, here's another character. This is Oski, the UC Berkeley mascot. Okay, so, I'm there on Telegraph, and, he's kind of like, he's part of like the consciousness of Telegraph. And again, I'm always about taking things and flipping it over on its head and reinterpreting things and rebranding things, you know what I'm saying? So take Oski, and look, I got him saying what you really should be doing with your education. Think for yourself, bitch, and be greater than a hater, please. And rep that 510. That's real base shit right there, so that's that's what I hope, like that you learn. Okay. And we got Beavis with rocking the high road shirt. I don't bump mainstream, I knock underground. That's that E40, right? Butthead rocking the Sublime shirt. Caress me down. And I love Sublime. I love Bradley Noel, R.I.P. And we got my interpretation of Betty Rubble. Every day is Throwback Thursday. That's one of my lyrics. So every now and then I slip in one of my lyrics with these, pieces. The homie, the Vietnamese, or no, sorry, how am I going to say Vietnamese? The Laotian homie, from King of the Hill. He's the last man standing. It's so tight. Like, he's gotten, let's see, when did I make this? I made this one fucking 2021. Oh yeah, so I made this in 2021. It's funny, like I did the whole King of the Hill series, all the characters, and he's been the last man standing since. So all of those characters got bought up. I mean, I did him, I did his wife, I did the kid, I did, Hank's family, everybody. I did all the homies. And it's funny because every time, like, people would go and look at it, they always look at him and they're always like, ha, Laos go hard, oh shit, So, but he's still here, Laos go hard, repping for the Laotians, you know what I'm saying? Got Predator. Look at that. I made this brother in 2019. He's still hanging tough. He's got the he's repping that Jesus Christ had dreads, another E40 lyric from, you know, from Tell Me When to Go, and he's got the fucking high road third eye in there too. So it's a lot of game involved. And then got Betty Boop, Simp for No One. There you go. That's one of my lyrics. And I got, you know, sometimes every now and then I try to switch it up and try to just like come up with something out the blue, like what's, you know, I just want to draw something random, you know, out of my own mind's eye, and I just, you know, let the creativity flow, you know. So here's just a little random character that I came up with, and she's like a cat hybrid woman with purple hair. You know, maybe she's from space or something. She's wearing a pink shirt that says creative. Have the, oh yeah. What year was that? This is 2022. Yeah, 2022. From the Barney series. Kill hoes with kindness. Yep. And then, yep, from Barney series too. This is the Grouch and Merce lyrics. Motherfucker, be nice. DJ Quick. Quick is the name. Another random Señor Gigio, like just creation. Another just random character that I just created. You know, trippy little like rabbit spaceman. It's all about that love vibration, you know, a little goofy, maybe kind of simple, but he's about the love. That's enough. Yeah, we got the Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead Dancing Bears right there. Pretty fresh. And that Buzz Lightyear with the triple Hyro third eye. So I'm a Hyro fan for those of you who don't know. Shout out Hieroglyphics and Souls of Mischief. That's my shit. So there you have it, guys. I mean, it's crazy that this is what's left of my little tiny canvas hand-drawn art babies. So, you know, we'll see how long this little lasts, like batch last, you know, for whatever upcoming shows I have coming up at this year. I wonder. And also I've been generous too. I've been generous lately, so people who've been coming up and like buying CDs or buying some piece of something from me, I've been letting them kind of like pick a button out, you know what I mean? Because look, man, that's part of it. Like the art don't do me no good sitting around in my house, you know, so I'd rather it just flow and be out there. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm past this phase now. So now I'm in a different phase. I don't need to hold on to it. I'm not attached to it. You know, I could probably, to me, if you're going to put a value on my work or whatever, to me, like if I was going to be honest, or, you know, it's invaluable, really, you know, it's invaluable when I think about what my shit is worth to me, or, you know, how I would like it to be respected and, you know, commercially or whatever, you know, or culturally. But it's all about living for the moment and keeping it moving. And you know, I'd rather it just keep it flowing so I can make space for new creative projects, new energy. So that's a wrap right here. Tiny canvas button pins, hand drawn. You know, a whole era. Imagine that I did this for hella years and hundreds. Sometimes you would come to my table, and I might have like, so I would have like at times, at most, I think I probably had like 80, you know, at one time to present, you know, and man, it's been a lot of fun. So, and this has also been a good practice of how I got my bars up more as an illustrator and as a cartoonist, because imagine that you're sitting there working with, this is the actual canvas. So imagine you're sitting there and you got to draw it and really try to get everything that you want to get in there, from the little message to the little cartoon and all the little detail. And some of them have a lot more detail in them than others, you know? Like this one I was like kind of tripping out on earlier today. I was like, damn, I got hella in here, you know? Like this was crazy. So yeah, this is the end of an era. People, if you want to support, if you want to own some of the art and all that kind of stuff, like go hit my merch, www.senorgigio.guru, and go over to the merch. Okay. So yeah, and maybe in the future I'll figure out how to like get prints going for my website. But know that if you come and see me in person, if you come pull up to my shows, that I will have my my prints, like, you know, from my actual pieces. That's another video. And you know, I have framed art pieces, bigger pieces. So yeah, tiny canvas button pins has been emblematic and representative of something, of how I've distinguished myself and represented myself and connected with people. Okay, peace and love, y'all.